And I was looking in the mirror and my face hurt and I couldn't figure it out. Did I get did I grind my teeth like something? And then I realized, oh no, it's because I was smiling. Because Laurie was smiling, which is not something we've ever seen. It all ends now.
Obviously, just because of the fact that this is Halloween Ends, I mean, what was the last day on set like? I have to imagine it was an emotional experience.
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh man. It was just, I mean, I gotta just sit back and watch. I mean, watching Jamie get wrapped out was, that was one of the most special moments
really iconic moment
I've ever witnessed. Yeah, watching Jamie get wrapped out was insane. And then I literally fell in love with everybody. David, all the way down, the entire crew, everyone. And I didn't, you're not always that lucky. So, yeah, it was a sad day, but really happy.
Yeah, it was very bittersweet. The entire process we were filming, you were so excited to get to set and get working because the scenes were so much fun and we were having such a blast making it. But then every day that passed, you're one day closer to it being done.
So sad.
And so it was very bittersweet. And, that last Jamie, when she wrapped, it was, I wasn't working that day. I came to set. You were working that day, I believe. Mm-hmm. And it was an incredibly emotional experience. And then when they called Picture Wrap on Halloween, I mean, it was pretty wild. It was many years we had the same crew for pretty much the 3 films, and
it feels surreal to be
emotional. There. Yeah,
it feels really surreal to be in the room for that.
It's a beautiful thing. Like the last shot of Jamie, we have this moment. We call everybody over, and everybody kind of looks each other in the eye, and we know this long journey that we've had because we have the exact same crew on all 3 films. Everyone from our production sound mixer and production designer and costume designer and cinematographer and AD, many of the PAs, it's just the same people that you're around for 3 movies, and it's not always easy days, but it's a group of people that you really trust. And so when you're coming to that conclusion and know we're moving on, we're putting to rest our story, it really was an emotional thing. We carry it from that moment of saying goodbye to Jamie to the sun's coming up and we're in the hotel lobby just having a drink and looking at each other with that great appreciation and exhaustion.
Well, needless to say, tears were shed. But I would say that just go to the airport and watch people. I mean, what was that Richard Curtis movie, right? Love Actually. It's just the nature of saying goodbye to people or saying hello to people is powerful. The crew that I work with, I had made 3 movies with in 5 years. That group of people became very close to me. I'm ultimately saying goodbye to fans. I don't know if you're a fan of these movies. Okay, well then I'm saying goodbye to you. And I'm saying thank you to you, and I'm saying thank you to them. I am the center point of Halloween, and I take that role very seriously. I don't joke about it. I feel a great responsibility and integrity to tell that story and to represent all that Laurie Strode is to everyone with strength and courage. And yet I'm a human being and an artist, and I'm saying goodbye. And it's been a lot. Every day has been a weep fest, every day, even during the press tour. I mean, by the time I end my day, I've been reconnected with how important Laurie Strode and then I am to people because I am Laurie Strode. At this point, Laurie was a character in 1978. I didn't dress like her. I didn't look like her. I didn't sound like her. I didn't talk like her. And by now, Jamie and Laurie are the same because all of those qualities are the qualities that I also try to bring into the universe. And so there is this impossible separation, and so that rip between us is very painful. Come on, let's go.
Just knowing the history of genre franchises, what odds would you put on the idea of this being the just last Halloween movie that is ever made?
Well, if I have it my way, this movie will be phenomenally successful, and then there's no way it will not. You know what I'm saying? I think what we've come to do, we've told our story. Jamie and I are really proud of what we've done with the mythology, and I think it'll take a little breather, and then the next generation or the next storyteller is going to come in and infuse a creative way to look at it, reinvent it, detour from it, stage musical, you name it. Something's going to happen because Michael's too cool. They're not going to let him rest too long.
I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, they are saying it's the end. But then again, it's Hollywood, so I think to myself, well, you never know. I mean, I've seen crazier things done.
So would you be excited if you were given the opportunity? Would you bring Lindsay back?
I mean, if I was given the opportunity and it wasn't the end, yes, I would love to see Lindsay. I want Lindsay to keep going.
One thing that's been really great about this trilogy of films is that, I feel like each one has, multiple just really cool, small little things, like Jamie Lee Curtis voicing the baby in the first one, or the Bob Odenkirk photo in Kills.
Okay, got that?
Yeah, I mean, and I'm curious, just, is there a one in Halloween?
Oh my
that say that?
gosh, those are my favorite things. I guarantee you there's 12 of those things.
Yeah. Well, I did notice Nick Castle as his cameo.
Nick Castle's cameo, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just corrected. We spelled Lindsay's character name wrong in the opening titles.
Whoops.
There's these things that we'll correct it for home video, but it's screwed. But,
well, I guess I'll ask, how did the Nick Castle cameo come together? How did you decide that he was going to be that?
Nick Castle cameo. So, I'm so passionate about the extraordinary work that Jim Courtney has done with our shape that I wanted to make sure that our final presentation of his performance in this role was 100% him. And I've become very close to Nick, and I love him. He reads first drafts of my scripts now. He's a mentor of mine, and I love to get his notes. I love to keep him creatively involved, and he's just a wonderful, optimistic personality that if you come to know him, you come to love him. And I'd ask him, I said, well, what? So we've got Michael Myers is taken care of. I want Jim to be 100% Michael in this movie. What can we do with you? Because I can't not have you in the movie. So he's like, well, I've never acted before. I'm not an actor. And I said, oh, we'll see about that. So we gave him a fun cameo in this Slim Goodbody kind of outfit. And yeah, it was great to get him in front of the camera without a mask, being Nick. And you can see that infectious smile that he has.
Totally. And I think fans are going to absolutely love that one.
And it was his idea for the line, which is a callback to the original.
Oh, nice.
To see
That's
anything
awesome.
you like.
Was there anything that, from the script, as David Gordon Green and the writers were working on it, was there anything that you specifically wanted to make sure that was in this story, or on the opposite side, anything that you just did not want to see happen?
Yeah, I'm not that person. I'm not a writer here. I'm an interpreter. I know Laurie well. I felt that what David and company did in the 2018 movie was a perfect way to open the door to 40 years of trauma and what that actually looks like. What does it really look like if you've had no support, no mental health care and attention? And I loved that the 4-year time gap has given Laurie a chance at a little bit of healing, a little bit of help. You know, and I know, no one heals from the loss of a child, but you can live with it rather than having it be the overwhelming trauma of your life where you cannot exist. And I was very happy that that's also how I'll tell you that we were shooting the first day, and it was the scene in the supermarket. And I remember I got back to my dressing room after, they broke for lunch, and I went back to my dressing room, and I was looking in the mirror, and my face hurt, and I couldn't figure it out. I was looking in the mirror, I was like, what, did I get did I grind my teeth like something? And then I realized, oh no, it's because I was smiling. Because Laurie was smiling, which is not something we've ever seen. And that made me realize that a healing had taken place for her, that she could allow herself to smile.
That's awesome. I love how organic it is, too. That's wonderful. That's fantastic.
Yeah.